Not too long ago, I did a screencast on how to set up an assignment in Canvas. So I thought I would do one that shows how to use the rubric function and how to actually input grades and the different options that go along with that. In advance, I will apologize. I realize the screen is cut off over here to the left, but I want to go to the gradebook later and show what this looks like in actual reality after a rubric is set up, and I want to cut the kids' names off there. So the first assignment here, if I go into the one that I had set up before, which is a simple study drawing assignment, uber simple explanation because they've been doing this all year, has the due date, who it's available to, when they can start submitting things, when they can submit things until. But if I click on Add Rubric, this pops up down here at the bottom. And there are different things that I can do. Like I can put in a description and click OK. I can add a criterion, I can do, and I can do this as many times as I want in terms of getting something in there. And then when I get over here, right, I can move things around, I can add columns and I can add rows depending on what kind of things that I want to have, like, oh, colors and mixing or whatever it is. I can make it worth however many points I want. Click OK with that. As a normal rubrics do, this will be the next level down and it will be worth a fewer points, and etc. I can add as many rows and as many columns as I want to this. So if I edit this, and let's say this is worth 15 points, and this one is worth another 15 points just because. All right, then you'll see over here that the total points possible is 50. And then you can do different things as you check on these boxes down here. You can write freeform comments instead of setting up a traditional rubric. You can use this rubric for assignment grading, which might be helpful to you. You can hide the score total for assessment results. So there are different things that you can do. For right now, I'm going to click on that and just create the rubric. Oh, don't worry about that. That's just something strange because the points here and the points up here don't match, which normally they would. But since this is an example, I'm going to come back and delete this anyway. So if I go to another class, if I go to another rubric, I will be able to, once I click on grades, kind of show you how I utilize this in class and what that might look like. So let's just click on the test student down here, and I'm going to go get more details in the speed grader, which pops up into a new tab. And I'm on the test student here, but if I click on View Rubric, all of my criteria, right, are right there. Each kind of thing that I'm looking at, painting technique, painting use of color, and then how I have that broken down with different numbers of points for each thing. And what's kind of interesting, I can just click on this and it will automatically fill in the points regardless of where I click. If it is one of those categories where there's points like a gap, which I often do, so this has 12 points, this has 9, I could come over here and put 11 in there. If I want to specifically discuss something about this, this part of the rubric, I can click on the speech bubble and just put type in right there, and I can update my comments. Those will show up to the students, or once I save these points, right, it'll give them that score right there. I can add overall comments right here, and I can submit those comments. The students will be able to see those. I could attach some other file, or I could do some sort of video or audio recording instead of taking the time to type out things here. And all of that goes to the students. It shows them when I submitted all of this stuff, and if I accidentally submit something, I can always delete it as well. But that's the basic way of using the rubric and what that looks like. And then once I get out of that, I come back to the gradebook, you'll be able to see It's set up just like the gradebooks we're used to in Aries, with names of assignments up here and point totals for students here. And that's about all she wrote. If you have any other questions, let me know.